Welcome, Battletech enthusiasts. We're now going to discuss 1500 battle value modules. Now, for such a small amount of battle value, it starts becoming tricky to actually construct a useful module, and this might be the smallest module that makes sense. So it turns out you can just barely fit 4 stock stingers, but not 4 wasps or other light mechs, just stingers as a lance under 1500 battle value. This may not be that great unless you just need to come up with a way to spend the battle value and you just don't have any scout mechs in your larger battle group. So maybe that works. Another option is to go for all vehicles or infantry. So you could, for example, go for some DPS boost like an LRM launcher and then some support infantry. Or you might consider perhaps going more air, like a pack of perhaps you go for a pack of warriors and maybe a Karnov and then a few infantry. Or you can play around with stuff like that. But this is this is something convenient to have around, a few small 1500 point ideas, because sometimes your opponent might insist on 7500 battle value, and perhaps you don't have any combinations that add up to that number. So having a odd number like 1500 is useful. You could also create a 500 point group, which would pretty much just be a warrior and some infantry, or perhaps just a large number of infantry. But you will probably be better off with something other than a mech for 500 points. Just because you can only get one of a few mechs, and it's not going to have any special capabilities to play with itself in any way, in a beneficial way. So you still get some synergies if you have like a Karnov and some infantry, because then at least the Karnov can pick up the infantry and move them around. Another thing that's important is your infantry needs to have some sort of mobility. So you may notice that I almost always pick jump infantry. That's so they've got something built in that they can have more than just one hex of move. Another option is that you have to have a Karnov or maybe some goblins or something, but some sort of a transport to move them around, because infantry without transport is pretty much useless. You unless you dig them in with your LRM launchers in the back, and in which case you would need